game. It's a rage thing.
Charlie, do you think they did the right thing, including Kane and I suppose Son as well to some extent, or could they really have got the job done tonight against Stoke without Kane, without Son?
Well, not really. I think that when you're in this position, your quarterfinals, you want to get into the semi-final. Obviously, Jose didn't want to bring him off, but you know, you play your best players if you can. Obviously, Kane will want to play every game, and he wants to score goals, and he won't like to be rested. So if Jose was worried, he would have took him off. But tonight he wasn't worried. He wanted to play him. He played 90 minutes, and he'll look at his minutes, because there is players there that could come and fill the space if he is rested. But I don't see Harry Kane getting rested over this Christmas period. He'll play every game, and he's crucial to what they do.
Yeah, Clinton, I doubt you want to see him rested. I heard in commentary you've got a lot of love for Harry Kane, haven't you?
I think everyone has, Emma. I think everyone has. I think he's a superb footballer. Yeah.
It's true, but I suppose you've got to understand the concerns of, fans like Rowan getting in touch with us there and worrying about, in his words, the team breaking him with a busy schedule this time of year. Tonight, again, you've seen him dropping a little bit deeper. It does seem to give Spurs an extra dimension, doesn't it?
Yeah, he's a clever footballer, and I always say he plays that kind of role and he's changed his game. You have to evolve, and he has evolved. He drops into little pockets. It makes it hard for centre half. Do they come in and mark? If they come in and mark, then there should be space for the likes of Lucas Moura if he plays Bergwijn, or in particular Son. And I think the understanding that they've got is brilliant. I understand where players. Maybe some players want to rest. There's a lot of games. I can guarantee you probably ask Harry Kane, when he's scoring goals, he don't want to rest because he's a centre forward. He wants to break records and he wants to play. I agree with Charlie. I think he'll play all the games over the Christmas period because he's the leader, he's the captain, he's their talisman.
Final question then. Ali asked it rhetorically in commentary. Charlie, can this Spurs side turn these performances into silverware? Can they go all the way in this competition as they did in 2008 and finally get their hands on a trophy?
Why not? Jose is renowned for it. He doesn't mind winning this trophy. He'll play his strongest team as he can. You look at City, they will rest players. United again tonight rested some players, but it's going to be an interesting one. Brentford are no walkover either. It'll be a tough game whoever gets Brentford. So it's good ties to be involved, but I wouldn't rule Tottenham out this trophy.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough. Go on, Clinton.
Yeah, I'd agree with Charlie on that. I think Tottenham got a great chance of winning it. I think most teams in this competition, Man City, they play a strong team. Everton have played a really strong team. They probably played another strong team tonight against Man United. And Jose's been playing a strong team in this competition. So I do believe Tottenham have got a great opportunity to win this Carabao Cup.
All right, well, we'll leave it there. I think you need to chase Jose Mourinho down that tunnel and find out where those mince pies are. I think Ali's certainly headed in that direction, hasn't he? I'm sure.
He's still here. Ali's still here. He's gone, but he wants his mince pies and he wants his nice warm car.
Yeah, certainly. So you say that. I did check the weather. It's a tropical 6 degrees in Stoke tonight, you two. I'm sure you've sat in colder conditions than that.
All right, Emma, you come next time. Emma, you come and sit here and we'll sit where you are and you tell us how you feel.
Yeah. Does that take into account the wind chill?
No, very true. I'll be honest, I'm sat here as well with my slippers on and my radiator about half a metre away from me. So, all right, gentlemen, thanks for tonight at the Bet365. It has finished then. Stoke City 1, Tottenham 4. They're in the hat for the semi-finals along with Brentford and Manchester City. Who will be joining them? Well, we'll find out next on 5 Live Sport. It's an 8 o'clock kickoff from Goodison Park, Everton against Manchester United. We've got all the build-up on the way, but now it's time for the news with Alison Hughes.
On digital, BBC Sounds, Smart.
not a game, it's a rich thing.
As to whether we'd approve a final deal. Given the progress that has been made, there should be a deal. And no deal would be an appalling shock to the economic system.
The England and Atletico Madrid fullback Kieran Trippier has been banned from the game for 10 weeks for breaking betting rules. The former Spurs defender was also fined £70,000 by the FA.
BBC 5 Live.
Hi, I'm Naga.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
Be made later tonight once the game at Goodison Park has come to a conclusion. So next up here on 5 Live, we've got full commentary of Everton against Manchester United. That game kicks off at 8 o'clock. Our team there, our senior football reporter Ian Dennis. He's alongside Pat Nevin, the former Everton and Scotland winger. So good evening to you both. Ian, if you could just start by giving us a rundown once more of the team news.
Yeah, 3 changes for Everton. Olsen starts instead of Pickford in goal. Coleman comes back into the defence for Holgate, and Andre Gomez for Tom Davies in midfield. So Robin Olsen will play behind the back 4 of Coleman, Keane, Mina and Godfrey. Decore and Gomez will just sit in midfield, and then the 3 behind Dominic Calvert-Lewin will be Iwobi on the left, Richarlison on the right and Gylfi Sigurdsson in the 10. Manchester United from the side that absolutely dismantled Leeds United at the weekend. 9 changes. Only Maguire and Bruno Fernandes actually retain their place in the starting 11. Dean Henderson is in goal. A back 4 of Twanzebe, Bailly, Maguire and Telles at left back. We're thinking they're going to play the diamond. Matic then at the base of that diamond, Pogba and Van der Beek either side, and Bruno Fernandes at the tip, in behind Cavani and Mason Greenwood.
Pat, I think it was a lot of team news there to drill down into and discuss, but perhaps most intriguing in this game, the anticipation around the battle of the number 9s at either end of the pitch, with Calvert-Lewin one end and Cavani, you think, the other.
Yeah, I mean, 2 top-class centre-forwards, obviously Cavani at the other end of his career, but he's actually looked really lively in some of his Manchester United games, and other ones he's looked strangely off the pace, but he is a quality player. He wants to get a chance to get a few, opportunities to take them, so to put a little bit of pressure on the likes of Marcus Rashford, but, he is a dangerous player. The intriguing is, Deno was saying there, will he play up front with almost a 2, with Greenwood one side, Cavani on the other side? I think Cavani likes that. He's a very adaptable striker, whereas you look at Dominic Calvert-Lewin, much more of a direct get in between the posts sort of striker. Now, to be honest, Dominic wasn't always like that. But having worked with, obviously, Carlo, but with Duncan Ferguson as well, what he's made sure is he gets into the right areas to score goals, and that's why he's getting them just now. Yep, it'll be an interesting battle, but there's really good battles all over the field tonight.
The former Stoke City midfielder Charlie Adam with us once more. Charlie, just picking up off what Pat was saying there, this discussion around the number 9s at either end of the pitch for both these teams. Still some speculation over exactly how United might set up going forward, but either way, you'd expect a pretty attractive game of football here.
Yeah, no, it's two good sides in form. Everton started the season really well and then had a little dip, but now picked up again. And United, everybody keeps, writing them off, and all these, points per game since last year has been incredible. So it's going to be an interesting game. United are a good side to Everton, are at home. You'd expect them to come right at it, but Calvert-Lewin, I think, has been phenomenal. Obviously, since 2017-18, he's scored 10 goals in this League Cup, so it's been good for him. And hopefully to see that tonight, because he's I think he's changed his game in the last year or so since Carlo came in and working with, like what Pat said with Duncan, that he's more of a threat in between the posts, and his goal scoring record's shown that.
Yeah, with Calvert-Lewin, I guess it's so difficult, isn't it, for these managers to manage all their players over this busy festive period. There's so much happening, there's so much game time, but just so important, Pat, that they do keep him fit. But Ancelotti tonight chosen to throw him back out there because he knows just how important and just how much he's at the centre of what this Everton team do.
I think he'd have more of a concern over it if Dominic was a wee bit older. However, he's still a very young man. He's got lots of energy. And when you're on that sort of goal-scoring run, you're desperate to keep it going. You're talking about Harry Kane earlier on, about, he'd love to be on the pitch all the time, as do all goal scorers. But on this occasion, because it's such a big thing for Everton, they would, as I say, they'd love to get some sort of silverware. Charlie mentioned about an hour ago, there's not been a lot of silverware recently at Goodison Park. He's absolutely spot on, and this is a great opportunity for Everton. If you look at the two teams, it's probably a slightly closer to their first pick 11 that Everton have put out, and they're at home tonight, so a couple of things in their favour in that situation. A couple of other things as well. I mean, we could go on to the other sort of battles that there is. Expect Twanzebe maybe to play right fullback. He'll be up against directly Richarlison. It's a dangerous area, and the reason why I mentioned Richarlison is because it's the quality of balls that he, obviously James Rodriguez when he's available, but also others such as Sigurdsson, put into that box for Dominic Calvert-Lewin. That's the other reason why he's scoring goals. The quality of the balls are put in there, so they'll just keep on putting them in there, and it's up to him to make sure he's there. And as Charlie says, he's going there these days. He's learned that, and that's why he's scoring all the goals.
Just on Everton and Ancelotti and the job that he's doing there, Charlie, I think one thing that's really pulled this into focus in the last week or so is the anniversary of Ancelotti and Mikel Arteta taking charge at Arsenal and the problems that he's facing there, the form that they're in and the struggles that they're facing in the lower reaches of the table. We've been to Opta and asked for a rundown of exactly what the win rate is of the Premier League managers from Boxing Day last year through now to present day. And, well, the data doesn't lie. So Carlo Ancelotti, having had 34 games, his win rate's some 47%, compared to Mikel Arteta at 38%. But perhaps most surprising of all here, beneath Jurgen Klopp, who's top of the table, I'll give you one guess. Which manager then has the second best win rate in the Premier League?
Well, it's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Certainly is.
But it's incredible. Like you say, you come in with that and the stats, and you think that everybody says that the amount of times this season that Ole's been under pressure for not performing, the team's not performing, Pogba's not being the way he is. But these stats are incredible. When I seen it, I was shocked.